Hi, people. Hi, people. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Plate and palettes. I think I can remember you from the last class. I can remember Princess as well. Good morning, Omulara. Good morning, Techie. Good morning, Vivian. Good morning, Yusuf Abbas. Good morning, Favor. Miriam. I think I can remember Shitu Amina too from the previous class. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. It's so good to, you know, see you all again. So I would need you to do me a favor. Okay, I want to be sure I'm audible enough. My network is okay. So can I get feedback in the chat box? Is the network okay at your side? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Shitu Amina, you say you can't hear me, you can't see me. Are you sure about that? Because I'm getting a lot of I can hear you, I can see you. Check your check your network connection to be sure. All right, thank you, Techie Visuals. Thank you, the crime route. Thank you. So I would also want you to go to the classroom for different cohorts. Go to the classroom, go and nudge people that the class is live. So we don't have to, keep going back and all. Today's class will not be that long. I hope so, but let's still, give them room to join in. Good morning, Jennifer. Okay, we have 58 people already on the call. I think we can just start. Others will join us as we continue. Oh, really? Was 60? I can see 58 from here, actually. But That's not an issue. We'll just start. 60 is a good number. I'm trying to get my. Sorry to. I should have done all this, but. So have we dropped messages on our various classrooms? Do, 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 do. Okay. Someone is saying, please make this session available to rewatch after the class. I'm sure you are new here. You would know that the previous class is live for you to rewatch at any time. The gala said, you said you just got the mail this morning. Well, I'm sure you checked your mail very late. All mails were sent on Thursday. I'm trying to share my screen. So we just go over the last class before we start. Okay. Okay. The Slack will be worked on. I also don't know what is wrong from here, but my assistant is working on it. So we'll get that sorted before the next class. Thank you, Bosse Aliu. And I don't know how you people want to, survive being a virtual assistant if you don't normalize reading, paying attention to details. I don't know how. Please, let's pay attention to details. It's very, very important. Let's try to pay attention to details. So I'll just, run through. I'm not teaching the previous class. I'll just run through just to refresh our memory. So we spoke about what a virtual assistant is. Last class, we spoke about different types of virtual assistants: admin VA, creative VA, technical VA, customer support. And we said for the sake of this class, for the sake of this training rather, we are going to um pay so much attention to administrative VA and customer support VA. So at the end of this training, you will be a certified admin VA, or if it is customer support you would, want to niche down into. Then we also spoke about what clients expect. And we mentioned quite a number of things. We said clients want you to be reliable, to be consistent, to be a good communicator, to be tech savvy. That is, you should be open to learning new tools at any point in time. You should be organized, you should be professional, you should be trustworthy, and also maintain high confidentiality. I stressed so much on that. I stressed so much on that. We also spoke about remote work etiquette. We spoke about traits of a successful virtual assistant. I'm trying to. We said a successful virtual assistant should be reliable, should be good with communication, should have a problem solving mindset, should also be able to maintain high confidentiality. High confidentiality. So we spoke about habits of a professional VA. I mean, you are a virtual assistant to someone, and it's also very important that you actually have a working system. Yeah. So part of how you can have a working system is you putting having an habit, a daily habit, you putting all of these things um into, you having a working system. That's just basically it. You have your schedule, and you also review them, because you might have more than one client, and you can't possibly have, things in place if which job. Can we all still hear me? I think I'm having a network. Can we all still hear me? Please, can I get reactions? I think I'm having a network glitch from here. Okay, you can hear. Yeah, so what I was saying was that as a VA, you need to have a working system. You can't possibly have everything, in your head. So have a system of, you reviewing your schedules, prioritization as well, send updates to your clients, plan. In essence, have a system, have like, and that is where this project management tools comes in. You can have a board for each client. You understand. So moving on, I'm just trying to go through the last class. Then we spoke about tools, the tools of trade, where we spoke about the project management tools, we spoke about the communication tools, and the productivity tools, which is Google Workspace. We really delve into Google Workspace. And I mentioned that it's very important that we are versatile with of these um all of these tools. It's not enough for you to say, oh, I know how to use Google Workspace. I don't need to learn um Microsoft Office. It saves you the stress, because client A might say, oh, I prefer Microsoft Office, while client B will say, I work with Google Workspace. You get. And you know that in this productivity suite, there are a lot of, they have a lot of features. For Google Workspace, we have documents. Documents in Microsoft Office is, the Word, Microsoft Word. For Google Workspace, we have Google Spreadsheet, while on Microsoft, it is Google Excel. So there is PowerPoint for Microsoft, there is Google Slides for Google Workspace. So it's very important that you actually you make yourself acquainted with all of these tools, these tools. We also mentioned the project management tools. You cannot say, oh, because I know Trello, I don't need to know how to use Asana. At least have an idea. Have an idea. Oh, I know Asana and Trello, I don't need ClickUp. I don't even want to learn it. Or I don't want to learn Monday.com. No, please, you have to make yourself, you have to learn all of these tools. There's also communication tool, which we spoke about: Slack, Zoom, Microsoft Teams. If Google Meet is also part of the communication tools. So that is that about that. So we are now in the class for today. If you are still with me, can I get reaction before we start today's class proper? Let me get reactions. Let me get reactions. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Are you with me? Okay, Mata. Who else is here with me? Precious, Moonshoot. Okay, 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 okay. All right, let's move. So today we'll be talking about communication and professionalism. I know that we've spoken about under most of the subtopics we delve into in the last class. We were mentioning communication at one point or the other. This just shows how important communication is. It shows how important communication is. So that is why we are this is an entire module as well, so that we delve into every aspect of communication. So, and the first thing we'll be talking about is writing professional emails and messages. Writing professional emails and messages. The anatomy of a professional email is um for me, I divide it into 6 essential elements. Every professional email will have 6 elements that work together to communicate effectively. And number 1 is the subject line. Number 1 is the subject line. I think I should just let me just share my screen. Let me share my screen so that as I'm talking about it, we explore Gmail together. Sorry. Are we still with me? What did I say last? What was the last thing I said? What was the last thing I said? What was the last thing I said? Okay, thank you, Damilola. Really need us to, yeah, yeah. I believe you can see my screen now. So I said the six essential elements, and I said number 1 is the subject line. This is the subject line. And the subject line determines if your email gets opened and how quickly. And that is basically you having a good subject line. It's basically you having a good subject line. Your subject line has to be specific and descriptive. So let's use the example we of me sending you guys mail. You see that the first thing you saw was congratulations. So you see congratulations, you are already happy, you are eager to actually open the mail to see, oh, what is being sent to you. So that's you having a specific and a descriptive subject line. It has to be action oriented. It has to be brief. You cannot have, too long, um a very, very, more than 50 characters. You can't have more than 50 characters on your subject line. Then it has to be updated when topics changes in thread. So let's say the way I sent you guys an email, maybe you know respond to me. You can actually change it, and because I got a lot of response back from you people. Some people saying thank you, some people saying, oh, they don't know how to get into the class and all of that. For the people that were saying that thank you for the opportunity and all of that, you could have just changed the subject line of your email to, something like I'm grateful, or something like thank you. You understand. So it just helps the person you are sending to actually know what the email is about before they even open it. It makes them eager. You get. So your subject line must be specific, it must be action oriented, it must be descriptive and updated when topic changes in the email thread. Number two is greetings. And greeting just sets the you know it's the tone of the entire message. Do you want to use a formal way, which is dear ma or dear sir or dear? Most times when you know the name of the person you are sending an email to, it's very important that you actually had their name. Dear Mrs. So, dear Miss So. If you don't know their name, dear ma, dear sir. Yeah. You can also, if it's somebody that you are very, very conversant with, you can say hi with their first name. Hi Adebola. Hi. But when you are using dear Miss or Mrs, you have to use the last name. For me now, my last name is Ademola. Dear Mrs Ademola. Hi Adebola. If you want to use hi, you can use hello as well. Hello Adebola. If you are sending to a team, it can be like hi team. You understand. Just make sure that you have a professional greeting. The next one is the opening line, and this just basically establishes context and purpose immediately. So, dear Mrs Ademola, I hope this email finds you well. Or maybe you want to talk about an email that has been sent to you before. Thank you for your email about the job position, or thank you for your email about um the opportunity to join your class. It can also come off as, oh, I'm reaching out regarding so. Just make sure that it establishes context and purpose immediately. No too much talk, no long. Email is not message. Email is not, when you are sending something to your friend and you first say, you are doing the guy thing and all of that. You go straight to the point. Then after you've established the context, the fourth essential the fourth essential element of an email is the body text, and that is where the main message is, what you actually need to communicate. You get what you actually need to communicate. So you go straight and just talk about, oh, I hope this email finds you well. I am writing to you to confirm if you will be available for so thing. Just write it straight. Or, this is to inform you that you have been selected for just straight. And from that, the closing, you wrap up professionally and indicate the next step. So it can be like, please let me know if you need any clarification, or it can be looking forward to hearing from you. It can be, just something that wraps up professionally and indicates the next step. The and that is where that's also you adding a call to action. Let's say maybe you are sending a cover letter, or like a, so it will be, thank you in anticipation, or I look forward to hearing from you, or you can DM for more inquiries about, you just put a call to action that the person knows the whole, I have gotten this message and this person wants me to, you understand. So your email should have essential essential elements. The last one is your sign off and signature. I actually told us to do that in our assignments, and I've seen quite a number of people that have done that, and it's very, very impressive. It's quite impressive that I didn't even mention how to go about it, but some people are already taking initiative to, maybe they know it before, or maybe they watch a YouTube video or something, but I've started seeing people adding sign off and signature to their assignment. So if you have not done that, I would also want you to do that. So the sign off and the signature is just your professional closure and contact information. So that is the 6 essential elements that a professional email should have. A professional email should have. So if you got that, can I get a response in the chat box saying I got it, I got it, so I can know that. And if you have any question as well, you can signify. Thank you, Caleb. I love it, love it, love it. The subject line, the greeting, the opening line, the body, the closing. You've not added the sign off or signature. So those are the 6 essential elements. 6 essential elements. All right, Princess, you got it. Bosse, you got it. Camper, you got it. Okay, okay, okay. Let me get more. Before we move on. Yeah. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. So as a virtual assistant, let me just talk about, different scenarios of, emails. I mean, like, different kind of emails that you would send. That's some you have to send weekly status updates. It's just, and the purpose is just to keep your clients informed about what is going on in their business operation, what is going on maybe a particular task that they've given you to carry out. So, and for this kind of email, you just basically add, you include the with, specifics, the work in progress, upcoming priorities, time tracking, and how you structure it is how I have explained. Number one is you having a clear heading, like a clear subject. It can just be weekly status updates, and you list. Sometimes it might be that you are listing, sometimes it might just be, maybe you don't have a lot of tasks at hand. It will just basically be that you are telling them, oh, this task has been completed, and you had the call to action. Will there be any clarification or any question or any anything else you would want me to do, or maybe remove add to what I've done, to the task that you have completed. And don't not forgetting that you would add maybe the file or something to it. So as a virtual assistant, you might need to send weekly updates as a mail to your clients. Another scenario can be that you ask for clarification. Maybe your client has giving you something to do, and they, you don't understand from your own, from your own side, and you really want to clarify one or two things, and you send them a mail. You state what you are working on. Oh, this so tax you gave me, I'm already working on it. This is what I understand about this tax, but I think I need clarification on so thing. And sometimes you might offer your own recommendation. No, I feel this is how it's supposed to be, but I'm still open to actually hearing from you, like what you are, what you have in mind for giving me this task, and all of that. So as a virtual assistant, it's very important that you know or there might be scenarios where you send um clarifying emails, you asking for clarifications. Another scenario that can come up is just you following up. Maybe you've been given, you're working on a project, and your client has promised to send some of the things that you would need to complete the project and all, and you've not heard from clients and all. You send a follow-up email to to ask them for, okay, you've told me to do this thing and would love to hear from you. And another one is you requesting for payment. Yeah. And this email is a very sensitive one. You have to be friendly. You attach your invoice, you put specific details. No no on unnecessary pleasantries and all of, just go straight to the point. You understand? So there are sometimes that you would have to send payment request um emails. So the third part we'll be talking about in this communication module is email tone and professionalism. But before we go to that, can I, let me let me check the chat box for questions, and also let me know if you understand the part we just finished now. The BBC is also to copy. Yes. There is something they call blind copy. Blind copy, you would not see that the person is actually copied in that email. You get? You get, right? So Salaudin, that is what that means. That is what that means. Okay, so can I get reactions? Do you all get that? Do you all get that? Did you get that? I'm waiting for, okay. Okay. Princess, Zainab, who else? Who else? Let's move. Okay, I'm getting reactions as well. It's all right. So let's move. So I said The third part we'll be talking about is email tone and professionalism. It's very important that we understand tones in communication. We might say, oh, it is only when I'm talking that I can say, oh, my tone is bad or something. But actually, when you are also writing, there's a tone in written communication. Tone is how your message sounds to the reader. Yes. Unlike in-person communication, you can't use facial expressions or voice inflections. So word choice and structure carries all the meaning. And this is why you have to be very careful with tone writing. Yeah. So I'll be, mentioning examples and so that you can really, really understand what I'm trying to say. So instead of you a casual tone is you saying, hey, can you send that? But a better way to actually communicate that is, could you please send the report? Not, hey, can you send the report? If you are saying that to a client or even a team member, like a co-worker, you are going to sound impolite. You're not going to sound professional. Let me use that word. A better way to actually say that is, could you please send the report? And if you now want to sound too formal, you can just, oh, hey, I'm writing to formally request the report. It is when you are chatting with your friends on WhatsApp that you say, hey, can you send me, can you no. So this is something that you should take note of. There's some of abbreviate a lot. We cannot write a full sentence without abbreviating. You want you as in y, and I'm seeing you as in letter U. You can't do that when you're writing to your client or even colleague. You can't do that. It does not portray you as being professional. So you want to write thank you. It's not thanks. Some people will even write thanks and they will write THX. I see things and I'm just turned off. There's nothing that costs you from writing thank you. Like, write it full, spell it full. THANKYOU. Thank you. Or I extend my sincere gratitude. Yes. You want to write no problem. And you're not talking to your friend, you're writing no P. Me, I feel like I am even on this table. When I'm talking to my, my people, I'll just be like, all right, no. I can't try that when I'm talking to, a client or even like a prospective client. You get. So let's learn to actually write words in full and sound professional. You want to tell someone that okay, maybe you help them with something and you are trying to yes, maybe you help them with something and they are thanking you and you're like, no P, or I am, or all right now, we gather day, some some something like that, clients like that. You can just say, it was my pleasure to assist, or I am happy to help, or I am happy to be of help. You get. So I know all of these things cannot or will not happen overnight, but it's a culture that we have to imbibe as a professional, because you as a virtual assistant are a professional. You are a professional. Yeah. So also, I mean The first time I saw this, I was actually shocked. Do you know that typing or you're sending a mail, not if you are talking to your friends, o, if you are like in a professional setting and you are typing a mail or you are typing a message and you write it in block letters, you are yelling. That means you are yelling. So you want to say no please, and you write it in full capital letter, no please, you are yelling. Yes, that's it, you are yelling. Or maybe let me look for something. Okay, I need this by Monday, and you write it in full like capital letters, you're actually yelling at that person that you sent that message to. So let's avoid writing in capital letters when we are, in a professional setting. If you do that, you are yelling. And using excessive exclamation mark, we want to say something great or thank you, or something that needs exclamation mark, and we now use 3 4 5 6, like 5 exclamation mark on, on that word. You are not professional. You are not professional. Another example is, you using casual language. Yo, I got the message. What's yo? Say thanks for your email, thanks for your message. No, not yo got the email, got the message. No. Yeah. So I can go on and on. Let me There is okay, thing that we Nigerians do before any sentence, we say sorry. Why are you sorry? Sorry to bother you. Sorry, can I get your, sorry, please. No, sorry. Just say what you want to say. I wanted to check in about, not sorry. I wanted to I wanted to check in about. You sent something to someone, yeah. Maybe you sent a mail and said, sorry for the delay. No. Just say what you want to say. Remove that sorry. Remove that sorry. Another thing is, when you are communicating, sound very convincing. Think I think we should do it this way. The right way to use is, I recommend we do it. Are sounding convincing that way. If you are saying you think, you are not sure of yourself, that is it. You are not sure of yourself. Or you are saying, yeah, I was wondering we could. No. Because that word means you are not sure. If you are saying you are just wondering, that is, you are just thinking, you are not convinced yet that what you want to say will work. You can just say, could you please, I'm just wondering if would you hit the nail on the head. Could you please get this, not just wondering if you could help with this. Could you please get this done? Like, so simple. And so some of us, because we are so, and I feel like it's because most of us are just used to typing on WhatsApp. So all the things we do on WhatsApp, we take them to, you know talking to our clients, talking to our professional partners, talking to our, teammates, and all of that. Some of us, it is that we use too much of emojis. You say thank you, you had emoji. You say everything, you had. If you are someone that you can't create that balance yet, I think it's just for you to stop. Because there are some people that, they easily forget themselves. So if you know that you easily forget yourself, you cannot, distinguish between this is work and this is, just casual conversation. Just put in the work to stop all of those things. When you say thank you, please, we don't need your emoji. We don't need it. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. So that would be all about that. I would also love to talk about um your tone when you are your tone in different situations. Your tone in different situations. So let's say you want to deliver a good news to, to your clients, your team members, your like when you're shy in your professional setting, you have to be professional. You have to be professional. Like you sound enthusiastic. You are professional. And when you are saying it, you use a professional tone. I'm pleased to share with you that we've landed the long awaiting. Share the excitement without going overboard. There are some of us that because we are now too happy or we are overjoyed, we will now drag and say no, 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 no. You have to still maintain that professionalism. The same goes with delivering a bad news. Just go straight to the point. Maybe you were not able to complete a task or something. Take ownership, be calm, be professional, be direct. And because of the fact that you are delivering a bad news does not mean you should not be solution focused. Don't dwell too much on that bad news. Don't dwell too much on that, on that your shortcoming. Say what has happened, but also be solution focused. Another scenario is maybe if you want to ask for something, be clear, be specific, be respectful. Also provide context, what you want to, what you need that particular thing for. You get. Make it easy for the person you are even talking to say yes. Yes. Make it easy for them to not be able to actually turn you down. And also, there are a lot of times where we have to say no. So because we want to say no does not mean we should sound rude or impolite. You have to be direct but kind. You can offer them alternative. Oh, so somebody wants you to actually take up their own task with your own, and you know that I'm still on mine. I can't possibly take up this particular task. Tell them no, but you offer them alternative. Or you can just offer to, person is having an issue. You can just spend like some minutes of your time to put them through. But don't just no and say, no, get out. No, 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 no. This will help us to maintain relations because the corporate world, you cannot say you want to be a lone ranger. You actually need people to be on your side. You actually need people to be on your side. Another tone that I would want us to like, and another thing that I would want us to talk about is adapting to um tones of different clients. You are not working with just one person. You are working with, a lot of clients. So you have to be able to add to how these clients um actually communicate. Yeah. So let's say you are talking to an international client. Yes, let me put it that way. When you are talking to an international client, you know that it is there is the it will be very it is a different ball game entirely when you are talking to somebody that is not in Nigeria. Yes. So you have to be clearer, you have to use simpler language, avoid slang. My Naija brothers and sisters, avoid using slangs. Yes, avoid, because you don't know what you would say. You might even mean well. It might not be that you are abusing them or anything, but because they don't understand, they see it as okay, you are speaking something that they don't, and they feel offended about it. So avoid using slangs as much as possible. Be explicit when you are talking. Be patient with communication differences. You are going to work with a lot of Indians, a lot of Pakistans, Italians, all of those people. Their English is not straightforward. Their English is not straightforward. So you have to be able to, like, you have patient with them. You should be aware of the cultural differences. At the end of the day, it's you that you say you want to earn in dollars. Yes. So you have to be able to, adapt to these cultural differences, their language, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. So the next okay, before we go to the next, let me also get reaction. What you have learned so far, can I see in the chat box? Can I see in the chat box? Can I see in the chat box? Okay. So Fatima is saying, give an example of the sign off and signature. So when you receive mails, at the end of the mail, you see best regard Adebola. Then you see maybe WhatsApp, you see um Instagram icon, you see Twitter icon, you see all of those things. Some people even add signature. That is what sign off is. And it is a setting on your Gmail. I hope that we still get to that, or I just drop a video where you can watch to actually um learn that. You get. I Fatima Akintunde, I think that answers your question. Okay, 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 okay. Akebolo Ashemi, finally someone said it. I always tell people typing in capital letters means yearly. Yes, it actually means yearly. No, you are yelling at the person. Okay. Is it okay to use ILO other than dear? Yes, I mentioned it. You can use by using I, you use their first name. I Adebola. If you are using dear Mrs. So so so, dear Mr. So so so. When you are using hi hello, you use their first name. When you are using dear, you use their last name, Mrs. with their last name. You understand? Other than dear, because we are not in a cordial relationship with them. Yes, I also mentioned that most times you don't even know the names of these people. So you can use dear ma or dear sir, you get. But if you know the name of the person, dear ma and dear Mrs. So, dear Mr. So, if you are using hello, you use their for me, I use I or hello because most times I know their first name, and these people don't have issues with you calling them their first name. Learn to okay, okay. Okay, okay, yeah, I see that a lot of people are following. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. So moving on. We'll talk about common email mistakes VA. Common email mistake VAs make. Number one mistake is long, dense paragraphs that clients won't read. I said it earlier, the body of your email should be short, straight to the point, clear, precise, concise. No unnecessary things. At most, the body of your email should be like two paragraphs. Yes. All those things that you want to say, just put it together. Especially when we are applying for jobs. At the end of the day, you've attached your resume. Your cover letter should not be too excessively too long. No. 2 3 paragraphs is okay for the context, and you close, you thank them, and you put a call to action. You are good to go. You are good to go. Number two mistake we make is unclear subject lines. I've seen an email that says update. Update on email subjects rather. Update on what, please? What are you updating me? You just put update, or you put from Adebola, like you want to send. I sorry, I'm using myself as an example now. I want to send an email to, and I'm saying from Adebola. I don't get why no. So you should not put unclear subject lines. And I said it, you have to be specific. Number three is burying the main point. And why this happens is because of too much words. At the end of the day, you've written and written and written, and you have now even, like, the email has now lost the main essence why you're actually sending it. So don't don't write too much, so that you don't bury the main reason why you're actually sending that email. Number four is no clear call to action. No, in fact, like, we don't, okay, you've told us why you're writing the email, and all. What next do you want us to do? No next step at all. So you send an email, and you're not telling the person you send the email to that, oh, maybe you look forward to hearing from them, or you want to see them in your DM, or no. You should actually add a call to action, add a clear next step. And another mistake we make is we don't proofread. We don't proofread. No. When you write anything, in fact, it is not all emails. When you write anything, make sure you proofread before you send. All humans, yes, this is perfect. But these things are very, very important. The kind of job we are doing is the one that your clients actually expect you to be on top of your game every time. You know that when you make a mistake once, okay, it's a mistake. You make it twice, they give you the benefit of doubt. But if you are making that same mistake the third time, then that means it is an habit for you. So please and please, let's proofread. Let's proofread before we send out messages, emails. Another email mistake we make is replying all. And I think, you know, we don't stretch it enough. So there are a lot of you that I sent that congratulations mail to, and you were replying to her. I was even happy that I was seeing it. Um, I um I already had it at the back of my mind. I'm going to use it as an example while I'm you. So the way I sent the email to you and replying me, you just click on reply, not reply all. Do you know that as you sent reply all, over 200 or 300 people that I sent the email to will also get it? Now think, like, envisage that it is a company, and you just want to send something secretive to your own your own direct boss. Click on reply all. You are cooked. Let it now not be that it is a very important document that maybe just your team should actually see before, maybe you're in a competition with other teams, and you just put your team's deliverables, and you send it to everybody to just see, and they catch your idea, hijack it, and go and use it. So when you are replying an email that has people in copy, you don't reply all. You reply like just one person. Do you understand? So the next is number seven is emotional emails. And that just happened when maybe we're frustrated, we're upset, were defensive and all of that. It's a big mistake. The fact that you are not happy should not show in the email you are sending. It should not show. It should not show. Portray you as professional. It does you as a professional. Then I said this earlier as well. Over apologizing. You are saying sorry, sorry too much. Sorry, sorry. Sorry for what? Sorry for what? You should not do that. You should not do that. You should not do that. Also, this is another table that a lot of people are on. Not using professional email addresses. So there are some of you that your email address is like Adeola for real or cooldude@gmail.com, or you now you now spell your name Adeola and you put HADYDEYHORLAH. All those things are not professional. In fact, when your client, let's say you are applying for a job or and some people say all those things, it is a turn off for them. They will not even look at your whatever you sent to them. So let's normalize having a professional email address. Use your name, please. Adeola, Adebola@gmail.com. The highest thing you do is to add a number. Yes. Timileyin Coca 24@gmail.com. Eden Ademola 25@gmail.com. You get, so just professional. You can use your first name and your middle name. You can use your first name and your last name, add a number to it at gmail.com. You are good to go. You are good to go. So that is that about that. Can I get reactions? Let me get reactions. What have you learned so far? What have you learned so far? What have you learned so far? Let me get reactions from you people. What have you learned so? Before we move on, call me back. I kept getting random confirmation mails. Yes, I was even really happy that I was seeing that. Yes, if I'm trying to you explain to you people, you will not really understand. So I was happy that people were making that mistake, so I could correct them. Yes. Is it okay another email like Outlook and Co? Of course you can. You can now. Outlook of the Microsoft Office email, so you can. It's just that those emails are majorly for companies, so sometimes is not really easy to use, but you can. You definitely can. Avoid using professional emails. Yeah. Avoid using professional. No, I said we should use professional emails. Like your names should be a professional one. Don't use partygirl123@gmail.com. Okay, let's keep it coming in. Let's keep it coming in. What you have learned so far. We are going to the last part of the class. I don't want this class to go beyond 2 hours today. What have you learned? party girl. Ah, we've seen funny emails though, especially if you are, you are privileged to be at the back end of job applications. You will see a lot of funny emails. You are going to see a lot of funny emails. Yes, you are going to see a lot of funny emails. Okay, let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming. Don't over apologize. So the last part of today's class is setting boundaries when working remotely. Setting boundaries when working remotely. We'll just basically talk about why boundaries matter for virtual assistants. Yes, yes. So, when you work from home without set hours or physical office separation, boundaries become blur. Like, it's the boundary is there, but it's not so visible. You get? So at the end of the day, clients think you are always available. Yeah. And trust me, that is not something that you even want to, you don't want to walk down that road, because I mean, most of us want to become a virtual assistant so that we can have a flexible schedule and all. But if you don't set some boundaries, you would see that that flexibility that you actually crave for is going to go down the drain. Yeah. So this is why it is very important to actually set boundaries. If you don't set boundaries, you are writing an open letter to burnout. And when you are burnout, the quality of your work declines. We are human. At the end of the day, you need rest. I know that you are a VA. You want to, take off stress from your clients, but even you as a VA, you actually need rest. Yes. So you start being resentful towards your clients if you don't set boundaries. Yes. And you'll not be able to actually sustain um a long-term business relationship. This client who works with you, and because in a way there were some issues and all of that, you stop working with the clients, you move on to the next. Keeps going on like that, and that is because you've not learned the act of setting boundaries. You say yes to everything they bring to your table, and this also can cost you your relationship, your relationship as maybe family, your loved ones and all of that. You can develop health problems. There was a time that I had high issue. I will not be able to sleep. My eyes will, like, they will ache so much with my forehead, and that was because I was doing a lot of work. There was this client I worked with that was so toxic, and because I was just starting out, I just felt like, oh, I really needed the experience and all of that. That was because I didn't set the boundary of the fact that, okay, we signed so time to so time, I will not be working. So I was straining my eyes, being stressed and all of that. At the end of the day, the client, okay, I think we actually completed the part. He wanted to renew. I just said, no, any longer. You get? So it's going to cost you your own health. You won't have time for yourself. The flexibility that you just see that you are not able to attain it. You have not set the boundaries. You are going to work more hours than you are being paid for. You will not even be able to say, I want to raise the rate, because you accepted everything. You get. You even have time off without pay. Like, you will work without pay. You overwork without, and the quality of your work will just keep declining. And that is because you've not set the boundaries from the beginning. The advantages of We're now going into the advantages of actually setting boundaries. Number one, your client will respect you more, not less. You have a better work quality because you have a stipulated time where you get to work, you go off work to relax and all of that. So your work quality does not decline. You will be able to sustain business relationships long term. You attract better clients who actually respect your boundaries. And when clients respect your boundaries, they know that, oh, this person will deliver and all of that. It's very easy for you to increase your rates. It's very easy for you to increase your rates. So those are the benefits of setting boundaries. Also, you don't have health issues like me. Oh, my sorry, my lights. You don't have health issues like me. Some people, it is backache. I've spoken with some virtual assistants that the issue they had was back pain, severe back pain. Severe. Think about a very severe back pain. Yeah, and that's basically things that happen. Highs, then back pain. That's basically issues that comes with the job. Yeah. There is time for relationship and life. Family, your friends, you have time for them. You are not stressed. There is no anxiety. There is clear separation between work and your own personal life. You still have enough time for yourself. That flexibility you get. So let's talk about the types of boundaries VAs must set. Number one is time. You must establish a specific working hour. It is very important o. It is very very important. Don't do the girl is good or the boy is good. This actually happens to beginner VAs a lot because you don't. And there's a way all these clients actually get to know that this person is new, so they just want to take advantage. You get. So don't fall for it. Don't, in anything you do, ensure that you don't fall for you not setting a time boundary. You are a VA, full-time VA, you should still have a work hour, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. or 10 to, or maybe it is 2 hours per day, 3 hours per day. Be explicit. You will not just be rude when you are asking them. Be polite and professional. At the end of the day, these people are even friendly people, only the toxic ones. So you can talk to them freely. So make sure you communicate to your clients. It's very very important. Then you should also talk about the services you render. You should not be hired as a customer support virtual assistant and you are doing the work of an executive VA or you are doing the work of a technical VA. No, you have to be explicit. All those things are red flags. They are red flags that run like far from them. The job description says administrative virtual assistant. Trust me, you should not go and be doing the job of a social media manager. No, you should not go and be doing the job of a social media manager. You get. If they want a social media manager, let it be that they are paying you for that role as well. It's not that you are doing everything altogether. You are going to get out. You are going to get out. Another thing is communication boundaries. And this is basically you knowing what your clients would prefer, like how your clients would prefer to be communicated to. Some people, some clients would request for your WhatsApp number. They want to be able to reach out to you on WhatsApp. Some clients will tell you emails only. That don't go and be messaging them on WhatsApp. Again, I'm going to use the example of us. On the Telegram group, you people that you have already been enrolled in the classroom, there's a classroom for the training already. Why are you still going to Telegram to go and be talking about the training? Why are you entering my DM to ask me for when will the class start? you cannot access the class, when all the information that need to actually enter the classroom is in the email. Why I ignore those mails is because I sent email to like over 200 people and I can see 100 people on the classroom. Why is your own different? Why is it that it is you that you cannot access the class? So don't message your clients on a channel that they are not. You guys met on Upwork. Do you know that when you even start working on all these freelancing platforms, because these people want you to they want you to communicate only on those freelancing platforms. If you drop things like numbers, emails, you'll be blocked immediately. Fat does that a lot. There's a bot, there's a chat bot, I mean bot as in BOT, and AI that checks for, it is on on your chat. So as soon as you are sending address, you will be blocked. Or you are sending a phone number, you are going to be blocked out. So you'll be blocked. So those things, there's a communication boundary that you should actually be aware of. Don't do something that is going to affect you at the end of the day. Pay attention to details, or ask them which communication style do you prefer. They are going to tell you if it's WhatsApp, if it's email. I've had a client that really really loves Snapchat, and as at that time, me, I didn't even I'm not really like a Snapchat person. All I do on Snapchat is just go and use all those their filter. I had to learn it. I had to adapt to it. Some will say Slack. Please let it be Slack. Don't go and email them. You know that there are a lot of us that there are some apps that is where we are really really for me, all my students, I prefer that you actually talk to me through classroom. As long as you are enrolled, you are onboarded on the classroom, that is where I will be attending to you. If you enter my DM, I might not answer you. I might not answer you. You get? So please let that be in our subconscious. Anybody who are any of your clients, and even if the person is not your client, make sure you know their communication boundaries. Be aware. Don't just barge into people's into people's DMs, messaging them on whatnot and all of that. I have loads of DMs on my in my X account, and I'm like, I'm not even the one that posted on X. The organizer posted. So you were supposed to just use the right channel. You get? So I said all of these things just to explain to you all that it's very important that you pay attention to details, you do things the right way. You get? So without wasting much of our time, let's move on. Then the last boundary is financial boundary. Clear payment schedule. Is it a weekly payment? Is it bi-weekly? Is it monthly? Be clear about it. Know the due date. Know, have a payment method. The late payment policy. Okay, the client did not pay you at so time. When is the latest you want to collect it? Let all of these things be in writing. You discuss it with them. You discuss it with them. You discuss it with them. And you should also have, I'll just add this for your own self production. Or you should have a personal space in your house. It is also a boundary. Some of us will say we are working, we are on our bed, you sleep off. For me, if I want to do deep working, I am putting my phone on flight mode, because recently I don't know, I'm not getting so used to TikTok. I'll just be on TikTok and I'll be scrolling and scrolling. I have work. Oh, I have work. At the end of the day, we are humans. You get? So just set that boundary for yourself. If it is that you know that you are going to be wandering the street of Instagram or the street of TikTok, put your phone on fly mode, airplane mode when you want to work, so that you can achieve that productivity that you really, really want. How do you set boundaries? Be clear and direct, not rude. Clear, be direct, but you are still, you still maintain your omoluabi. Sorry for my non-Yoruba speaking people. Just still maintain your composure. You don't have to be rude when you are standing on your, like, when you are making a stance. You don't have to be rude. Just be clear and be direct. Provide brief reasoning, like why you are setting that boundary. You get. Offer alternative when it is appropriate. Stay firm but friendly. You are saying no to something, but you can still be friendly while saying that no. So why is sometimes, let me move to the last part now. I hope this is the last part. The last part is, why some VAs, don't set boundaries early. Number one is that they are afraid of losing, the client. They be like, this is my first client, I want to please the client and all of that, all of those things. You are writing an open letter to what? To being burned out. At the end of the day, you will not be able to deliver well to that client that you are that you want to please with your life. So please, let's set boundaries. Let's set boundaries. Sometimes some clients will want to guilt trip you and they will compare you to their previous VAs. Let me tell you something. If their previous VA was doing well, or like they were doing well to that VA, the VA will not go. The VA will be there. Yeah, I just gave you a trick. So don't let anybody guilt trip you and say, yeah, my former VA used to be what? Where is the VA now? You get. So don't give in to the pressure of comparison. Don't desire to please them at your own detriment. So that is that about that. That is that about that. If you are still with me, can I get reactions? Let me check my notes if I've been able to cover all that we have. Oh yeah, let me hear from you in the comment section. Oh. Let me hear. Let me hear from you. Okay. 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 Do we use our personal email, create a different email for professional purposes as a virtual assistant? So you can use your personal email as long as the name is the name on your, maybe your resume and all of that. It should not be a convincing name. I can't imagine someone like your resume is saying that um you are Adebola Ademola, and it is a different name entirely that is your on your Gmail. Trying to enlarge this thing. What's happening? Okay. So as long as the name is the same name, you can use it. And you can also decide to create something new for your VA business. That's on you. You get. That's on you. Someone said, I saw a job ad asking for a customer service rep, but they added knowledge of video editing and social media managing. Please, is this okay? I just explained to you to you now. If you go and take that kind of job, you're on your own. No, customer service is different from video editing. It's different from social media managing. You're on your own. Fiverr does that a lot. Yes, yes, yes. They do. They they will kick you out. They will kick you out. How do we go about pricing? What are these to be considered? We'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. If someone doesn't have an idea on the subject line to use, can he or she use AI? AI is your friend as a assistant. I used to say something. There was a trend that AI is taking virtual assistant job. No, AI is not taking virtual assistant job. But AI will take the job of a virtual assistant that does not know how to use it. So as a VA, you should be able to use AI correctly. Using AI correctly does not mean you should lift word for word. You can brainstorm with AI, get ideas from AI, and you add your own human touch to it. Imagine now, Isaac or Desi, I am going to call you out. Please, when is the deadline for some assignment? I just spoke about you using the right channel to communicate. And for crying out loud, the deadline for submitting assignments is on. Why are you asking on YouTube Live? Is it difficult to search for clients as a VA? Do you think VA might go extinct with the improvision of AI? I think I just spoke about that now. Yes. If you are a VA and you don't know how to use AI is going to take your job. Yes. As a virtual assistant, you should be able to use AI. Well, if you can outsource the job, it works well for you. But do your plus and minus. We used to be able to conveniently pay the person you're outsourcing the job to. You get it. Yeah. So the final thought for the week from me is that we've covered a lot. Don't expect to master everything immediately. Me, I'll be real with you. You might not get to master everything immediately, but where your power lies is you consistently going over everything that we have spoken about. At least give yourself this year. This is November. Give yourself this year that, okay, this year I want to end this thing. I will not even seek to maybe start applying for jobs and all of that. Let me learn and learn and learn. You get that. There are a lot of YouTube videos on my own channel that you can watch. You can even extend to other channels that talk about virtual assistants. So make sure you learn. Being a successful virtual assistant is about consistent improvement, building not relying on your own memory, clear communications, professional boundaries, solving problems. You get. So you should not just sit and say learn and I am okay. No, you should seek more knowledge. Just learning. The most important thing is that you should start implementing what you are immediately. Don't don't wait until you feel ready. No, that was say you can commit this year, the remaining part of this year. This is November through December. Just learn. So as you are entering the new year, you know that yes, I am good to go. Let's do this. Let's do this. You're going in all out. You get. So that will be end of today's class. I'll be in the comments, in the chat, in the live chat, provide rather to see questions that I can answer before we now finally call it a day. Okay, how much can you charge for a job as a VA? Well, I said we'll talk about it, but I can just, as a beginner VA, you should not go lower than $5 per. Yeah, you should not go lower than $5 per hour. Please recommend channels we can learn from. Erin Booth, Erin Booth on Erin Booth on YouTube. She's my go-to person. While I was a beginner, I apart from the course I took, I learned so much from her. Erin Booth, on all aspects. Thank you. So, someone is asking if I should tell them to use. Okay, I think there's a content on one of my pages that I mentioned the tools I use. So I will just maybe copy the link and send to you guys. How much can you charge per hour? What range can you? I said it. Don't go lower than $5 per hour. Don't go lower than $5 per hour. How do you get ideas from AI? Using the line of points. I get guilty of lacking of phrase. You talk to AI like you are talking to your friend. You see all those things that is in your head, the way it is in your head, dump it on AI. Yes. Interact. And another thing that I feel helped me was that I learned AI prompt engineering. Yeah. So if you see any free course on AI prompt engineering, you can you can enroll just to learn. Just to learn. Just so is that all? Is that all? Thank you too. Thank you too for joining. But the way I would really, really be happy for doing is for you to turn in your assignments. You are not doing me a favor. I'm not doing each other any okay, don't let me put it that way. But please do your assignments. You might be on the cannot turn in your assignment. The moment I see that you did not turn in your assignment, I'm going to remove you from the class. I'm going to remove you. You are not doing anything. So why be in the class? You get the only way that I'll be happy to see that okay, me putting all of these things together is for me to get feedback. Let me know that you are like people that have turned in their assignment, they have my heart. I also I saw I don't think I can remember her name. I think Tamuno Den something. I think yes, that's her name. I was so happy when I saw her sign. Even added the sign of signature thing to the assignment and all of that, and I was really really happy. So I want to hear from you. I want to, if you don't submit your assignments, how will you know that you've actually made progress? How will you know that you now you get? So when you submit, I get to correct you on what to do better. You get. So Victor said I was going to talk about prompt engineering. Yes, you can learn it as a virtual assistant. Continuous learning very important. It's going to help you. It will help you. Is this still part of the first week class? Yes, this is still week one. So Thursday, next week Thursday is week two. Next week Thursday and Saturday we take week two. and you had to use 6 numbers. Is it that you used your name and 6 numbers? It's fine. So far your name is there and the numbers are there too. Thank you, Fad the creator. This is just it. What helped me is that I started interacting with my chat box to tell it to assume the role of someone within the context of what the topic of discussion is about. You get that's basically prompt engineering, like when you know how to prompt well. So guys, bye for now. I don't want this video to be unnecessarily long because of people that will, rewatch. So let's call it a day from here. See you guys next week, Thursday physically, but I'm expecting to actually get your assignments turned in. They keep turning them in. Trust me, I have a team already that would actually go through everybody's assignments. So bye for now.